Hello YouTube, this is Tonstead39, and this is a historic video for me because this is the first video I have ever made where I was using an actual camcorder. I know, it's mounted on a tripod right here. I'll prove it to you. You wouldn't get that kind of flexibility with an iPad, eh? Anyway, I'm still continuing my series of reviews for PS1 titles, which will all lead up to the 20th anniversary video commemorating 20 glorious years of PlayStation, and it will air on November the 9th, 2015. There will be some editorials made in between, but I hope I can pull that off. Anyway, I'm actually going to be reviewing a sports title. That's right. A sports title. Nascar 2001. I'm not sure if you can hear that well. Again, this is my first video using a camcorder. Well, other than those videos I do for video production, like the ones linked in the description. But this is my first video using a personal camera.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
I don't know how well the camera's picking this up, but there are some lines down this side, and that's not supposed to be there. You know, it's interesting FMV for the time, considering that this game was made in the year 2000. Overall, pretty decent. Use the D-pad to navigate the menus, and I hate using the D-pad. Let's see, which racer to choose from? I'll choose my uncle's favorite racer, Dale Earnhardt. And now, Daytona, USA. 20 laps at Daytona. Yeah, that's right. We're doing Forza stuff. This is a game I used to play when I was a kid.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Okay, so you start out with Happy Hour.
3, 2, 1, go.
Use the X button to accelerate. R button does that. R1 does that. The L and squares for the brakes. The graphics are pretty decent for the PlayStation 1. And they're fairly alright for their time. But the only thing to keep you engaged really is the music. I mean, look at this. That's right. You turn left. You turn left. You turn left. And oh yes, you turn left. Boring! It's a really good musical score. Again, this was made by EA Sports, and I'm not really sure how into money mongering EA was at this time. But judging by the looks of this, probably a lot. I mean, on paper, a NASCAR game sounds awesome because you get to drive around cool race cars. But actually here, it's not the case. Because it's boring and monotonous. You're just driving left, and driving left, and driving left. And now let's see if I qualify. If you don't pass this, otherwise then it sort of defaults to last place. And I really love how there's still a crowd in the stands. It even looks very monotonous on camera. So yes, a NASCAR game. It's very monotonous. But visuals are alright. The gameplay is very boring. And in a long race, when you're trying to do a simulation thing, where you're just simulating the whole season, whoa. You know, you see it on the screen, you know, 170 miles an hour, 180 miles an hour, but you're just driving left. Now, there may be some tracks in this game that are more exciting. Let's see if we can see a more complicated track. Oh yeah, Sears Point. A track I had the absolute hardest on as a kid.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
In my opinion, the tracks with twists and turns are easier. Or tracks that have variations of scenery, or things for you to look around a lot. Tracks like Daytona, for instance. Oh, polygon clipping! Ah, classic PlayStation polygon clipping. Back when it couldn't load up enough a simple polygon, so you'd see a void. Ah, these were the days. But do I recommend it? Nah. Do I recommend it? Not really. Because in some tracks it's boring, others they're exciting. But if you're into NASCAR, then yes, I do recommend it. You know, if you want a good racing game, then yes, I do recommend it. In fact, the overall gameplay mechanics are really good, so it's really good mechanically. So it scores a 4.0 in the game mechanics department. It definitely scores a 9.3 on the music department. On the fun factor, it scores a 6. That scores a 5 to 6 depending on what track you play on. But yes, if you do choose the Daytona, that's very laborious and boring. I prefer this instead. And you can also play as your favorite racers. You can customize your own racer. You can customize your racer as well here. Let's see. The name. Let's see. Pay $90 to see the rest of the car. And that is my impression of Ubisoft. And no, there is not an online mode, as this was made on a system that didn't have internet connection. That may seem crazy for some of you younger viewers to fathom, but this was indeed a time when Wi-Fi wasn't a thing, when not everyone had internet. Anyway, Onstad. Onstad 39. I don't mind to be a Chevy. Let's see, the hood paint would be... I I want it blue. The sides, I want orange, like my logo. And on the back, I want it that kind of blue. Let's see. Ooh, that looks interesting. Wait, let's see. Which one should I choose? I should choose Pixelated Thrust. Ooh, E-Man, yes. Ooh, that looks cool. What? Oh. Ooh, that one looks kind of like Sly Cooper. I'll choose that one. And now we're going to take our custom racer and take it to Richmond. For demonstrational purposes, I'm going to skip the qualifying portion. Please don't tell me to stop loading.